here with, right? I would challenge you to connect with another creator that maybe has different perspectives or cultural beliefs or values, and build with them and see what happens. Plant the seed there, because who knows what that could turn into, right? Somebody that maybe would be unassuming, unexpecting, and just get to know them and meet them where they are. And maybe you'll show them how you can break barriers just by building and creating together in this awesome space that we have the opportunity to do so.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Mm,
Literally.
that's a great challenge to, push
Yeah.
yourselves out of your comfort zone. So those who are here tonight and those who on Facebook, on YouTube, or anywhere in the future, go ahead and challenge yourselves, not just like think about it and look for maybe an opportunity, but make that of challenge yourself to work with people who you might consider different or other, right? Even in quotes, othered,
Mm-hmm.
would be like what we really ultimately need when they're, well, every day, but also when there's crisis, right? When we
That's
need
right.
to work together with our neighbors, right? To make,
That's right.
yeah,
Yeah.
and that's essential. So for every day and for the long haul, people need to, just like exercising, you need to exercise to be
Grow
fit.
that
Well, you
muscle.
need to
Yeah.
grow that inclusion muscle.
That's right.
Beautiful. Hmm. Yes. And create together, right? People who
That's right.
create
Yeah,
together,
make
create
a
for a
blank
better
world, make
world.
a lab, and just start making stuff together. Yes,
Hmm.
I'm telling you, it's a powerful thing.
Yeah, just
And
learn to collaborate with different collaborators because you always get
yes,
different techniques, you always get different outlooks on it. And that's something that I found that I really do love is like going into other people's worlds and checking it out. And we're all
yeah,
just trading
that's
tips
right.
and build tips, and there's no gatekeeping or anything. We really
Yes,
just all want to see each other grow. So we're willing to.
that's right.
I
It,
think I'm gonna collaborate on maybe 100 worlds since I first came in, probably over
mhm.
because people appreciate like when you come into the world and you help them just out of just wanting to see the world better, and they always come back and they return that favor. So I live my life by passing it on. So I
That's
don't
right.
That's
any tips
awesome.
or techniques or builds or creations that I make. I let it be known that it's possible. Like when I made melanated arts, they didn't think that was made in horizons, but I took that barrier off of it and was like, come up to it, look on the sides of it, so
Mm-hmm.
you can see that these are really simple shapes
Yeah.
just placed together. And opening up like that really encourages other people to continue building. And
Mm-hmm.
and like I said, you also you see things from a different perspective. I was on the World Hop with Lawnmower Man yesterday. If
He's
y'all don't know
incredible.
him, he's an incredible
Yes,
builder,
I
very
spent a lot of time
exclusive.
with.
He does not come
Yes,
out and socialize much. But when he speaks about building, he sits there and he tells you all his techniques. He tells you ways of just different ways of improving your world to give people an experience. He loves all his worlds are like if they're not technique worlds where he's showing you how you can create realistic effects with what we have, it's a world that makes you contemplate. And I appreciate that about his work. And being with him yesterday, and he was literally just like, I don't come on and socialize much because people
he
are all
doesn't.
everyone's trying to get a cookie. Everyone's hands is in a
Mm-hmm.
cookie jar, and I don't eat sweets, and so I don't go out and
Mm-hmm.
socialize like that.
That's true.
I come in here and build. I create my world, and I put it out there, and whoever wants to see it will see it. But if y'all haven't seen his world, some of them have 2 likes, some of them have 400 or 500 likes. But that doesn't matter to him. It's all about just putting it out there for anyone to come and see and feel inspired to create. And that's what I
Yes.
really appreciate about some creators in here. I appreciate all the creators
Mm-hmm.
and what they create, but there are some few whose true intentions are just to
It's pure.
inspire, to give it
It's
back. It's
pure.
pure.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Absolutely. Well, that really segues. Uh, you know, I'm only mindful of time only because I have kind of the structure, although it doesn't fully, um, you know, our structure is
Fully
created,
enforceable.
right,
Yeah.
right. Our structure is only really created by ourselves. So, but it allows that moment, your statement allowed for a segue to begin our next discussion roundtable, which is the topic of creating a metaverse that is of, by, for all. This is a term that I learned a museum professional, Nina Simon, who is the former director of the Santa Cruz Museum and works also in the museum community that is attached to sites of social action and creating museums. She termed this coined this term museums or sites that are created of, by, for all. So I want to. That's something that I like to say a lot. A
Can I
safe
ask
metaverse is a
can I ask what that mean?
yeah.
Of, by, for all. Does that mean like of, like we created for everyone to see? Is that what you're kind of saying?
Yeah, in fact, I'm so
Yes,
glad you
that's right,
asked that.
Devil.
We're going to pick apart exactly what of, by, for all could mean, and what that means today, and how much more it could be of, by, for all. But exactly, Devil,
It's funny. I do think that we kind of in this instance in this experience that we're in, because I don't
mhm,
want to call it a game. It doesn't feel like a game. Like I don't feel like I'm playing with you
right,
guys. You know what I'm saying? We're actually
right.
quote unquote living together in a sense.
Sharing thoughts,
You
engaging,
know,
supporting
Right.
each
This
other.
is our real lives. Right.
Hmm.
so I do feel like one of the things that I've noticed about this experience that's so dope is like there's not too many people looking to monetize. There's not too many people looking to team up with you because there's a money potential. It's
Mhm.
only because your ideas are interesting or we could do something together. It's never really a financial incentive involved, and there's so much commitment even without that financial involved. Like I used to do this thing in here called the Red Room, and a lot of people in here know what that is, but I don't do it anymore. But the whole time I was always touched by the fact that everybody that I would ask to come would always come. You know what I mean? And I think
Mhm.
that's really dope that we do that in here, in this
Mhm.
metaverse. And that, I guess, I don't know if that falls into the of, by, for all, but like if I'm looking at it
It
in that
does.
sense, like when I ask my friends or the people who, so we
Mhm.
all support each other, when I ask them to come through and they come through, and when they ask me to come through, I come through. I really feel like that does fall into the of, by,
Yo,
for all scenario.
metaverse page.
Yeah.
Oh, boy, man, I didn't
Mhm.
mean to interrupt you, G. If you had something you want to go with, but I just wanted to touch base on it. But I can wait if you had something you were leading into.
Oh, no. I was going to
Oh,
acknowledge that, Devil. That is of, by, for all, and now absolutely writer's pen. I'd love to hear
oh,
your thoughts on of, by, for all.
appreciate it. But like of by for all, I think one of the things that gets misconstrued when it comes to what's going on in here is what are we looking at? Like sometimes the thing is, look,
Hmm.
people want to make a big impact, but like this right here, this is impact. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of times people want to say, "Oh, Rome wasn't built in a day." So when we like what we're doing, like this right here, this is enough, right here. Like it will
Yeah.
expand, like of by all of us. However you swing it. The thing is, you know what? It has to start with a foundation, and that's the thing. People get so caught in looking up here, and this is where it goes. It's like, nah, let's focus right here. Like this is
That's
enough.
right.
This is a
It
good
starts right
foundation
Mhm.
here.
because
Hmm.
if we're doing it, this right here, if everybody's on the same page, and then you know
Hmm.
what? Imagine everybody's on the same metaverse page. Anyway, but
Well, you're obviously a writer's pen. Yeah.
pardon me.
He hasn't even gotten started yet, Paige. When you get him,
Right.
you get him
That is a
rolling,
problem.
it's over.
Pardon me,
Well,
that's the
I
that's the
love
problem. I think in that. But no,
words are art. So thank you.
No, I'm sorry. That's a habit. My bad. But no. But getting to
I
the
actually
sticking to
adore
the
it,
point
so
of it. Oh, no
yeah.
problem. But yo, but the thing is, it's like, you know what? If we're doing this, you know what? People will come. You know why? Because it's like, okay, this unit. If we're all on the same page, even if it's one person that comes in, it'll. It's not. We're not trying to take over. Just as no, let people trickle in because you know what? We have to be the example. If singularly, I have to be an example of pen. I have to do this for me, but I have to respect what's going on here. And that was what attaches people to me. And so it brings in, now I know this person, I'm going to respect this person. And you know what? Now we're all in the same circle. We're all in cahoots, but we have to keep that because you know what? If we're just bringing everybody in, no, everybody's not meant to come in at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Like you can have numbers, but I want to talk about quality over quantity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
this is
Pioneering. We're pioneering.
this is
We're
where
building a
exactly,
foundation.
and that's where the sense
Yeah.
of building the foundation. Sometimes that right there, that's the concrete that it stands on. So if we do that cheaply, no, it's no. Everybody can be allowed. It's not like you can't be a part of this, but it has to
It was
be a
meant
thing
for
where it's like, what,
us.
look,
It
it's
was
not
meant for
meant
us to be here with each other in this moment. The right people are
exactly.
here.
But my point is the fact of what, let's not forget all that once we go into build mode or we go on a stage or all these things go on. But you know what, this is a foundation, and you know what, we can only lead by example.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it's like
Yeah.
if I'm not
We
mature enough
have to
to
be the
hang in the
example.
circle, like a lot of times we want to bring people in and you find, okay,
Maybe this
you're
wasn't the
gonna be
right fit.
great, but you're not mature enough at this moment to be in this.
Right.
But at the same time, we're not shunning you. But that's the thing, like bringing down the value of things because hey, somebody needs to be able to say who can talk to them. But that's the thing. So it's like what we do as a collective, it will grow on its own because you know what, people are attracted to good things. They want to be a part of great things. But you know what, just maintaining what's great, keeping the value in it, and it'll expand itself. And you know what, it has to be seen. Like if you're blowing up a hot air balloon and it's on the ground, but once it gets full, it keeps going up. Now everybody that looks up, it's like, oh, you can see it everywhere. It's, oh, I like that. But that's what we have to realize, that people, that's the concept. So
So
people
here
will
we
all
are on
admire,
that
they'll all join
ground.
in.
That's
Well,
a
pardon me.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you said something that really is sparking. We talked about foundations and also Afiki said pioneers. So I want to just explore these two ideas for just a second. Like we are, of course, the platform's been here for like a year or two for some.
Just get in
But
there.
and we're really not the first generation in VR. There's another generation before us, but we really are the first founder generation here in Horizon. Whether you're a pre-alpha, beta, or just came in 2 months ago, you're really part of this first wave, and what you do has consequences. So when you are building, you're not just building for yourself or your world. You're laying the foundations of what's to come. And Afiki, when we hear about being pioneers, I think always about, yes, but here we can do it in colonization and killing people
Trail
for
of Tears.
land and like giving people smallpox blankets and moving in and that whole like what that like well manifest
Yeah.
destiny and
Pillage. Yeah.
I
Pillage,
mean,
yeah.
right? So when you think of yourself as pioneers, what could that mean to redefine, right? How much better righting the wrongs of and it's certainly not your job to right any past wrongs, but laying the foundations that are the right way to pioneer a
Being a
metaverse, right? And we
trailblazer.
do that with
Yeah.
caring and empathy
That's
and
right.
inclusion
I mean,
and
I think that's what we're. I think
amplification.
It's well, this is on our own terms. Like this is a
Yes.
blank space. We are the ultimate creators of our own
Mhm.
destiny here, truly.
truly.
And truly. And it means
Yes.
something. And this is, maybe, we're the second or the third, maybe we're the first wave when we look at the big picture. But I will tell you right now, and I've seen it, the whole world is changing rapidly right now.
Mm-hmm.
And everything we know is going to be in VR. I see it every day at work.
100%.
I mean,
Fact.
Right.
everything, how we're
Right.
training for
There's no
supply
question.
chain, for space, for any industry, everything's going to be simulated. It's all called simulation.
Yes.
And it's
Internet
all
3.0.
virtual reality. And so we are doing something that for our children's children, and even sooner than that, but it'll be everyday regular thing, like being on the cell phone scrolling this and interacting, and how we work and we interact with each other. So what we're doing here is just the first part, and we have the chance to create the world we want and
Yes. Deserve.
deserve. That's 100% on point. And so
Well,
we have to remember to release these things that are, painful experiences that we have either participated in or received, or both, from our life. We have a chance to let that all, like, to redesign what
Society in a sense.
right. And we do. And so no one's going to be perfect, but we have the opportunity. And it would be a disservice if we didn't have the right foundation, because we have something so valuable here. Like I would have never met any of you in real life. Now, I have met, Paige and I have met in
we
real
met
life. Mhm.
Love
But you guys met in
Yeah.
here first, right? Like, is that-
Right.
Yes, absolutely.
right.
And I wouldn't. I mean,
Exactly.
I was like plugging in my phone and leaned over under a
And-
table,
and
I
I
just
literally
kind of saw you out of
turned.
the side
Yes.
of my eye, and I'm like, I know you.
And I did the same thing. And it was something.
Right.
No,
Wait, it
and
was an accident?
Well, we knew we were in the same space, but it was a big space,
okay.
and I had never seen her in real life, and I
No.
knew the
No, no,
moment
no.
I was like, oh, I know her. Like, I recognized her energy. It was interesting, and it was so powerful that we called Shay on video chat. She didn't. Yeah.
That's
So,
what's up,
but
dude. That's what's
yeah.
up.
But
But
I
this
know
is an
Angel
example.
has some people in
Yeah.
real life that she's met up with, and there's these connections that you can never replace them. Like, they're incredible.
Mhm.
Like,
Right.
you can never take those away. And so here we have the opportunity to do that, like he said, and it's so important.
Mhm.
And I want to challenge. I really want to challenge ourselves. All the other things are going to come, but we do have a responsibility to really design this the way it needs to be. That's the best for all of us, for sure.
I just want to.
Like
So
you
what
said
does
about the
of-
connection. Oh, my bad, my bad.
2
Well,
seconds and I'll
no.
be quiet.
Yeah,
oh, no,
no,
I'm sorry.
go.
Wait. Money talk?
You never have to be
sorry, Money.
quiet.
Go ahead, Queen.
Money.
Okay.
Go ahead, Queen.
I just wanted to comment on that a little bit because Marty and I were both we follow the world economics and everything that's going on a global scale, and if you guys start paying attention to this technology, like you said, the metaverse is the future, and at CES 2023.
Yeah.
LG just released a new TV that will be having the metaverse, and these are conversations that we have been telling our audiences, like, you will see the metaverse on your cell phone, you will see the metaverse on your TVs, and with this release, that just proves it. There will be schooling in the metaverse. Everything you pretty much do on your everyday life will be happening in the metaverse, and I feel like as pioneers, creators, people that are educating about the space, we all have to be very mindful about languages as well as more people start engaging in the space.
That's right.
I have seen a few people in the venue speaking different languages, and you already see even within the metaverse discrimination against different languages and things like
Yeah.
that. So that's very important. Even as you're creating worlds, like something as simple as your welcome in different languages can make a difference.
Mm,
Absolutely.
yeah.
That's so right. The educational front is very strong. And a lot of other countries, I had a call a couple days ago with a gentleman who has 1,000 users that are school age children in Europe from 5 countries. And they take them to museums all
Hmm.
over the world. They do programs
Weird
with other
ass sense.
children. And these children speak multiple languages. So imagine
Mm.
once we have that here, the power that somebody who, most places besides the US do speak 2 or 3 languages for the most part. We're the
Yeah,
only
honestly.
ones that don't. But
Yeah,
imagine
but
what
I
that's
can
going to
do
look like.
better. No, it's true. We all can do better. And if we just think of like where in our life, like my museum here at Horizon Art Museum has
It's a
labels,
universal
and they're
language.
not
Yeah.
they're not bi or multilingual, and they
Mhm.
they certainly could be. And so,
I mean,
these
And
what you
discussions can
and what I
spark,
was, that's right.
that
And then,
recognizing where each one can,
right, we're
right?
going to
Can
have to
can you
become
title
citizens of the
your
world.
world
Right.
a multiple language title, right? Yes. Right. So that it's more inclusive.
Or
But
when we can
Right.
script to have multiple instances for different languages where it
Oh,
automatically,
that would
yes.
be dope.
So,
yeah.
but if you look,
Right.
so,
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, Queen. Go ahead.
Scripting in Spanish or
so
and in
but the
another
beauty
language.
is, and the beauty is that no
Mm-hmm.
matter the language, art is
Mm-hmm.
art. It's universal. It
Mm-hmm.
brings a feeling. It's
Mm-hmm.
something that is not always spoken. It can be, right? But it's felt, and the fact that it's
Facts.
here, it's, yeah. And so the
Mm-hmm.
fact that it's here is the first step, and that's a foundation that it's here. It can't, once it's here, it can't be, I mean, it can be undone, but it's here and anybody can visit it, and you don't know who's in your worlds. And so I would
Mm-hmm.
just again challenge you again to go back to connecting with people who would make you grow as a person.
Mm-hmm.
100%. That's the only way we're going to keep the foundation strong.
But if
Yes.
you look at the point of we're already evolving. Like you look at when it comes to like the languages, that's gonna come because there's gonna be somebody that thinks of it. Just like I'm around a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people that are deaf in here, so I advocate
Yeah,
for the
yeah,
boards coming in.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's literally a thing where to have that context. A nice young lady, her name is Diamond 99X, and she's
Mm-hmm.
hearing impaired. But one of the things that's amazing about that is, you showed her respect, and everything like that. But you know what? Here's the board. So she felt comfortable and she followed me into a world.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, okay, now when I'm there, hey, put this board in your world. Now she can still communicate. But it's
Yeah.
amazing when you look at, her experience, and she actually
Mm-hmm.
she spoke to me and said, "Are you going to rap?" Now
Mm-hmm.
she can't hear me, but you know what the thing is? That's a hell of an experience.
because she
Right.
Even
knows.
if you
You
can't
know what I'm
hear me,
saying?
if
She
you
Inclusion.
just
knows.
see me behind,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
so
And she sees the
so when
energy
you're talking
everybody
energy,
else.
pardon me,
Yeah,
pardon me.
yeah.
I've been quiet for a minute. Please pardon me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I just want to have my time to talk.
Mm-hmm.
But no, but I think it's very
Woman in the
powerful, and I think
circle.
all of that is evolving.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
the real thing I wanted to get to is, you know what? Real question: how many people are business owners in their real life right here, right now, out in real life?
Mm-hmm.
You see that? Wow. Tell me, was it difficult
It's still
paperwork, putting things
Yeah,
in place? Yeah,
everything
but
has challenges.
and that's the greatest thing, which I look at. This is all this intelligence. That was
Mm-hmm.
hard work. But you look at it now. This is a free platform. There's no collateral. You can market yourself in here. Your ideas, your business plan is right here. Like you think about that. We never had to as far as owning a business, no, I had to go through paperwork. Now I have to lease a building. Now I have to put money into it. Now I have to make overhead. Now I have to account for lights. I'm accounting for everything. But you know what? And look, now I have to account for people. literally you can be in here and anybody can fund their dream and take that and virtually put it in their real life. Like that's what I'm saying, foundation. Like, look, everything here, your dreams can come true. You don't need a bank, you need a loan from the bank.
Right.
You can come in here and have a following, and now you can get things pressed up. Now you can have things shipped off. So that's one of the things that stands out that's so beautiful about it. Look, and this is all our platform. Because everybody didn't come with a silver spoon in their mouth. But now in the space, you can create everything and you can take it to real life. And it's marketable. You got a full blueprint. I'll be quiet now. Thank you.
So, Paige,
Well,
I am so sorry for
yeah.
taking us off track. So I don't know, how are we
No.
doing with time?
Yeah, no, actually, I'm so glad you asked because this is the exact time where we segue into our world hops. And we have several really good ones. We have Sweet Jam's Double Dose of Class and Meditation. And Infinite Rocket Powers, Infinite Bel Air Beach Blessings.
Ooh, my
Kimmy
fave.
Bucks, Ye Maya. And then after that, and I'm so sorry, World Citizen 001, I didn't reach out to confirm like extra double and just say, hey, we're going to do this. But are you still up for hosting a World Cafe Jazz?
Well, absolutely. My
Hey.
is always open to everybody all the time. There won't be any
Yeah.
there won't be any live performances, but it's always a nice place to come and hang out, and that's what it's there for. It's for people to come, be comfortable, feel comfortable, and hang.
Welcome, have a seat.
Awesome.
Well, I mean, I
Well,
could
we
go
would-
over there. Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right. So that's going to be the lineup.